the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 76 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They run a draw here on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. There he goes left side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too.
Have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a handoff working right. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And think haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd down, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now, check, Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Cutler looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing now, Cutler on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what was ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Cutler. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop big.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
Foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Set, blue, landed.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Given 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action now. Cutler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Oakland. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Set. 319. 319.
Mayfield on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Set. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
4 down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time's flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go.
Now Cutler on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. Being chased out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. So, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for him with Cutler. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's Cutler. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. And things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gained. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A bullet. But incomplete.
Not a thing. What's up with you, bro?
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16.
How do you like this game so far?
On the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
Cool.
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Am I doing a good job?
We got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher.
No, CPU is winning.
When they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Computer is winning.
Here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch.
Dang.
It's third down.
Injuries are real.
If you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now let's go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
First and 10, ball on the 42. Do you want me to broadcast this game for you?
I like the look that they just showed.
You want me to keep you updated on this game?
Spread things out a little
Tell you
bit.
like what down
Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
and stuff like that.
Blocking too helped him pick up the first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows
Just
how
in case
difficult
you have
it
any
is to pick
questions,
apart his own defense. Those
I
guys
could
are sitting
tell
back
you
and they're not
that.
playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the
False
quarterback
start
when he delivers the ball.
or equipment.
False start. Offense.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know
It's going to be a 2nd and 15, ball on the 37-yard line. You want me to act like I'm really there?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First and 10, ball on Raiders. 33-yard line, third quarter, 3:09 left in the quarter.
Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first and goal, ball on the 1-yard line. Oakland's 1-yard line. They think we have
That's often the difference.
third quarter, 2:51 in the quarter.
Plays that can knock a defense off balance. That'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
Touchdown, Browns.
For a Browns score. A great effort there.
Can you hear anything in the background?
Touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Wait.
Sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did.
They do have injury with.
Very sharp, too. Each and every
There we
play
go.
seemed to be executed
Just you.
with
Just
great
me.
dispatch.
Thank you.
This is taken about
Go,
7
go,
yards
go,
deep.
go, go.
And he will be brought down here
Thank
at
you.
about
No,
the
that was the- I didn't like
17-yard
that.
line.
I have an apple going on my phone.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot
Oh,
they're in
dang.
now
Is he on?
is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step
Oh,
up and
thank you.
make that play? 'Cause that's
Tell
been an issue for them
him I
this game.
said I hope he feels better.
Down, and this one incomplete as well.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be correct.
Sean, are you gonna text him?
A Raider first down, 17
Or just wait till this game's over
So
if
on
you want
that
to.
play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
That's my controller I have in my
It's
hand.
not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing.
Watch the blitz, watch the blitz.
This will be a Brown sack. Miles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack.
Sean, you should have told me. Watch the blitz.
Weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working.
Go,
right now.
MJ.
Blue 90.
First and 10 ball on the 49-yard line. What, third quarter? 1:45. Yeah.
They'll throw on first down with Cutler. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And ball on the
Another
31-yard
big gain
line.
that time. This one goes
That
for
would be
19
Brown's
yards.
31-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hit.
I'm not saying the score yet.
That one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
7-19 is the score.
Get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Cutler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Give me 1 second.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
All right, here we go.
Sorry, I was sending a message out on.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup. And
I did too well on the.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone.
They're 26-yard line. They're on 26.
Diagnosis he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
Battery's low on the headset.
The best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here.
Okay, correction. 6 minutes of fourth quarter.
6 coming back out of the locker room.
Hey, Sean, give me. How am I looking? Am I looking bad?
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this only.
I am not sure about the comeback yet.
Gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling.
I think I can.
That one right there.
Let me
they just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Sean, do I sound good?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the
Bottom line there on 38-yard line. 5:31 left in the quarter. We're going to cancel that play, what they brought up.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his target. That's more. And now off to the races. Down the right
Touchdown, Cleveland.
all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns had 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
What is new on Farming Sim, Sean?
Maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's up across the 20. And down at the 28-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance.
Face mask.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Did you miss your bestie like crazy?
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now let's go.
Now Cutler. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action with Cutler. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving in past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
Here we go. 319. 319.
On second down, Cutler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Buying time to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Cutler to throw on second down. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a third and about 13. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Cutler on third and long. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacks. Emmanuel Ogbah in there for this sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here we go. It's Cutler on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete.
With a flag.
With such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go.
One last shot for Cutler. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.